pretty much the same, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to go through this whole game. I already entered it in though earlier, so. Same annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she stood like close to me. She smiled back, she was like, that girl Sayori and my neighbor and good friends since we were children, you know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and I don't in front of the crosswalk and let's say they catch up to me. Let's see. Kinda do want to check to see if, you know, stream information is like correct. So it would absolutely suck if it's still saying I'm streaming Genshin, quote unquote, even when I went ahead and edited it to try and. Okay, yeah, it's changed, thank God. I'm not streaming the wrong category, quote unquote. Alright, okay, so I got the chat open and everything. Okay, cool. Alright, however, I just sigh and I will run the crosswalk and I say, "Alright, catch up to me." I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Pick a new name, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're getting back to what I mean. It's me, Steve, my boy. It's gonna become weird, read. Well, if people stare at you for being acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Okay, well. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. And by the way, Steve, my boy, have you decided to join? Decided on a club to join, right? A club. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. You know, honestly, I'm wondering if I should, like, if I should try to go for the good ending or the quote-unquote true ending that I got at one time. You know, I think I will. I think that's what I'm going for. I'm going to go through all three or two of the routes. I'm going to go through Natsuki's, get all of her CGs within Act 1, and then go for Sayori and get all of hers, and also collect that one Yuri CG. I was talking about how I'm worried that she won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't let me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you feel happy. No promises, though. Well, yeah, at least promise me you will try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Also, yeah, believe it or not, this was made on the Unity engine. This game, apparently. Let's see. Yeah. Why do I let myself get like such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Let's see. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Sarah must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meaning, she's... MC still is very much so an asshole, I guess. I don't know. Sayori's the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help us start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I was bringing in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I'll let it alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. A way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Steve, my boy, what a nice surprise. Ah, yes, there should be the best girl in the hour. Just kidding. Well, not kidding, but you know what I mean. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Okay, that dialogue is different. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. I'm beginning to wonder there might be a reason why they might have changed the dialogue up a bit. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say that, looks like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Steve. Monica smiles with me. We do know each other, well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league, so having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Steve, my boy. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just try and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thinking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you got me. Yeah, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a tea cup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself at me. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was particularly attracted by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so it's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the large club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling my dream. Monica really is a great leader. You're also not in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we could all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. Well, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also so delighted by the idea of them ever joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Steve, my boy, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki said suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something. I can relate to the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything that you do is just as cute as you are. Sarah sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. And well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more, I skipped over that. It takes more than just confidence. And wow, the history looks kind of different. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have the writing experience to Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. And oh boy. Hold up. Give a second. sorry about that. I didn't realize my mic was off, but yeah, neighbors though. Now it's getting really quickly, Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That's why everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Steve, my boy? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Steve, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? And goddamn, my right leg's hurting. That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club besides Alex said. Then fine, I guess I'll do. I don't know, I remember it something different. That's a lot. Okay, I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Guess I'm so happy. I noticed, I'm noticing here and there some of the dialogue is like changed, I realize. Sarah wraps her arms around me and jumping up and down. Hey. It really did scare me for a moment. If we really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay. Today's meeting on a good night. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Steve, my boy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Ira and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Steve, my boy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yep. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh boy. Once again, the repeat. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright. This will be my first time saving. I guess, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the auto-save. That's the auto-save feature. I guess that's in the game. So I guess we'll go for Sayori. I don't know if I can remember what the hell are her words. Alright. Alright, sadness, I think that's her. Yeah. I think that was her, right? Yeah. Forgive. I think romance. Comfort maybe, yeah. Shit. Fuck, I don't like this. Not again. Okay, family. Yep. Alright. Simon tragedy. Death. Maybe? Yeah, okay. achievement unlocked. Doki, poetry slam. Oh god. I don't think, yeah, it doesn't show it on, it doesn't show it on the stream, but yeah, I just got that. Okay. So now we're for sure heading on the route, I guess, with Sayori. I can see what we're glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Steve. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a command for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, Lucky deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga clubs in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Steven Boy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come you and Stephen Boy can become good friends too? Sorry. As usual, Sarah seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sarah, me. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happier no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Oh yeah, you can still make the text like this. Okay. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. You can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest seat, our desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literally related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. And what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come in, we can do the things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes? Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative memory. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sarah is still her usual self. Therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her, unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sarah can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Jeez. Open my eyes and stare, find Sarah's face soften on my vision. I nearly fall on my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for falling asleep like that. This isn't the napping club. But our school has a napping club. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sarah. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sarah, it's all written all over you. Sarah glances around at herself. How is the written all over me? You were recorded in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sarah's hair, trying to straighten it out. And you really need a brush for this. Hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste on your collar right here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Yeah, you mean you. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sarah. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, I bet you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa, this is so funny. It is, well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. It'll make me feel weird about it, so it's okay though. I'm happy we like this, aren't you? I guess. Be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? That means my boobs got bigger. Oh my god. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sarah's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sarah hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. That's so much better. Sarah puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sarah. I thought I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Maga suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Steve, I can't wait to read yours. Yes, Sam. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sarah still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from here where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Who should I show my phone to first? Well, gee, I wonder. Okay, yeah, I think so. Oh, did I do that? Okay. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Steve. Having a good time so far. Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Stephen. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we will all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica about a poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something that Sarah would like. Is that so? You and Sarah are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. We may be good friends, but Sarah and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. In any case, Sarah's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment with it either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I can feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most, so don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Oh boy. I know indeed you want to read my poem now. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. All in all, it can happen to me. See the direction, the spackle for shoes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I never know I wasn't home. Up here inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I roll blind like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Wow. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. I guess Sarah next. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Steve, my boy. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Sarah. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Steve My Boy poem, and that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sarah hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sarah. I'm really happy just that you wrote it. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. And well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Steve, my boy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sarah. not sure if she already sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. You'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Huh. So, alright. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Damn. I remember when one of my teachers said that. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Dopamine. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really. Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Yeah, I guess so. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, I guess... I don't know. Well, it's about what I expected for someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get past some act? I'll pass. Sorry. Jeez. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh, geez, I actually have to go down and click the continue that you're clicking out. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of your poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nansky is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, I guess. It's the only choice. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for it to finish reading. Oh. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. It raises her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her strain of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Okay. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and try new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's gonna be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to yourself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Your smile is dreaming as if that's a rare opportunity for it. Which itself is kind of funny. For all this, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the persistent but living in the past, or the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. But I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to try something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Steve, my boy. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me a bit happy that you like it. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for our mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sierra and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Steve my boy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I came across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Steve, my boy, liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member here. That's not what Sierra stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Steve, my boy, appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Steve Humble started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. Oh boy. I don't like fighting with this. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Steve, my boy. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Steve, my boy. Wait, There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey our complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Steve? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be, I'm just gonna do this. That's glad as I mean trying up and it was out of my mouth. Instead I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Stupid boy. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject with their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Uriel what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me, are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful cheese. Once again, the talk about breasts to Sayori. Sayori stands champion, right? Monaco stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monaco. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Huh. No, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't even saying anything either. Hold on. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be in your head, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me. How's my stomach to not? Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Hey everyone. Well, you know how that goes in this game, so it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Steve, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with a newfound determination. Steve, my boy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sarah beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sarah and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between you and Asuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen a fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Yeah. You know, Steve, my boy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sarah still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone else, everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sarah. I pat Sarah on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sarah as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, time for the next poem, and time to save, I guess. Yeah, I can't believe there's an auto save. Okay, alright. I guess we gotta do whatever we can to try to continue with Sayori as much as we can. I mean, obviously that matchup with her because, well, you know. God damn it. Alright, shame, I guess, yeah. Okay. Memories, excitement, together, friends. Damn it. I'm gonna do this carefully. Damn it. Oh my god, okay. I was about to say, like, holy shit. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Steve, my boy. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess that it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Well, why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. And then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned on to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. You just said in the giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening for anything. I was just something in my book. Theory. Let's see my boy to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sarah. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is a fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. I don't know where something smacks Sayori in the face. Tumbles onto the desk. Oh, I just noticed they swapped the dialogue around for that. Because like before it would admit it. Because I think before, if you got to this part, I think the slapping like that would happen. And then it would say that other dialogue where it's like, oh, I don't know, where something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. It would say it after this, I believe, in the original base game. I guess they switched around so there'll be like less confusion, which doesn't make it seem like straight up the MC just fucking slapped her or some shit. Okay, ow. What was a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic, so it glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki. So nice of you. So happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But this is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in there, and Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Like, oh boy, I know what happens. Just chomp on the button. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica's in the coffin. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried running in. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. So strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell or the ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. If that's so, in that case, I won't let you down, Steve. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot miss anything, did I? Not really. I just believe that series was serious as good. I'm sure Natsuki will just end up pointing it to her anyway. But yeah, oh boy. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sari somehow already finished the study of Doki. Here's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Stephen boy, Stephen boy. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. See. Sure, I'll go with you. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Steve when we're to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Steve, my boy? Yep, let's go. Sarah and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sarah hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sarah finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sarah. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Super boy. You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about the reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you said, the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clingy roots, casing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Meaning, I'm working super hard on this, you know. Yeah, I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing, but I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. I see my boy. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission A. It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. But no, she's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Now let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't forget the striped we still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. And oh boy, she's getting smacked all day today. I need a drink of water. Okay, there we go. So maybe my throat doesn't feel like death. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, you okay? The forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. She's Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sarah slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump was starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Where should I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine, looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sarah makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Boy. I pat Sarah on the shoulder and I run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sarah likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's ice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sorry, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sarah places the ball against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey Steve, my boy, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Yeah, what do you mean? You know how you used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. But it was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember it a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. See, boy, I don't think you realize, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You really are a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess it's that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really. Maybe you're right. Stephen boy, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever. If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sarah has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way. Not if I had it under my bangs. Sarah hops to her feet. She closes her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast. Stop hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sarah out of the classroom. Sarah plays with her bangs to try to hide the bomb, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about to ready to start with sharing our poems. Hey, Sarah, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the soda shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sarah frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sarah. I have it all right here. I found the poster picture too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, see my boy. Well, Sayori. Failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the poster channel. Me too. Okay, everyone. You're ready to share your poems. I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is supposed to have it, I returned to my seat. Alright, How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. I think that's kind of an exaggeration. Yeah, probably, but you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? And again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless company of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sign, kissing, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vanilla on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh god. It's like less big than it. I remember before, like on the old version, you had like scroll all the way down and then it would just say load me. Because it's shorter. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of... It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. If I wrote the lines really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. You see, it's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's right tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. Steven Boy. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so no way. Not even Natsuki. Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. Oh, what do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just meant that you're a really expressive person, I guess. Am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? Pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid now. You sure about that? Maybe. Sayori's just feeling with a pencil between her hands. Hey, Steven boy, will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you're completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get really snap. I broke stay where Hisley bends down to pick up the piece of the strap. But being inattentive for surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry, it's fine, I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. She clutches the desk beside her to support herself with the knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sarah. Yeah. I grab Sarah's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure you'll like it. Or I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Pop out plastic envelope, like a little cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make ends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, and down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper the fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. It blows dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my front door. Finally all done, I open up and look at my friends. Then they come in such a hurry. They want to buy bottles that much. My friends pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the towel between my feet. Heavy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who were smiling, all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. But maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it more than a week later. I wonder if this one is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Well, anything that is in nature and I'll take as one. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you? Maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, then keep practicing. Maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's something that tells me Naski completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sarah's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sarah has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go from me. You could all say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here. Amy likes spiders, you know what I heard Amy about Amy? Amy likes spiders, icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders, that's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice, I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders, that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad, and Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross, that's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with such simple analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, everyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of if people find out. They make fun of you or less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. Don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think and not just feel it. Remember that. Gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Alright, let's see what you read for today. Well then, Steve, move on. Skills are already improving, really. Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your own to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of that. They'd be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Damn. Or I did not. I don't want to sit there, but I noticed that. I feel like you need to work your brain like turning on jump gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly unravel your read, just see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course, this the poem you wrote for Tinder. Your nods intimidating. That's pretty cool. All right. A second. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Okay, I don't know what I'm smelling, but anyways, I'm well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of it, my cutting an egg was the symptom. The bread, a hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandished my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again, or feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. Get closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem so a canvas to express a vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. So those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Oh, that's funny. And Natsuki also writes something about that. About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. And she did. Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, you should really feel that way. Yeah. Sounds like you have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's all my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, well, thank you for sharing what you did with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranty a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone, well done reading to each other's poem, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. This is about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. Don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Suri has been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during events. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Yeah, well, I did. So, do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, just shakes her head. Guys, no, Sarah, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them, but to recite their poems out aloud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should at least give it our best. We're all the ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same, and the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. It's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes into reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. You're absurd, that's the word. I guess this leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sarah and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any guts left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. Right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Oh, I guess that. Okay, excuse me there, but I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line that she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Suri looks amazed. She has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation before a blessed applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set an example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called. Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. The quavering words just transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. Snap back to reality, right? I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we gave Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were just caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess that I'm next. Yusera hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I googled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sarah begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sarah is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this poem, on paper, well, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Steve, my boy, liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Yeah, I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of general delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Oh shit.